Another political leader, Labor political leader, bit the dust today, Natasha Fyles in the Territory. She was speaking in Darwin, explaining how she'd made a bad mistake. Here's what she had to say as she resigned.
It is clear that I have failed to meet the standards that are set for us and the standards that I set for myself, and I'm not going to make any excuses for that. So for this reason, I believe the honourable course of action is to resign as Chief Minister.
Louise, you're in public life. Conflicts of interest come up all the time, particularly when you're on a council. She says she didn't know that she had those shares. That's surely no excuse, is it?
It doesn't seem right, does it? This is the Chief Minister of a mining state with mining shares. And I really wouldn't have thought it would be too hard to do a quick stock take when you need to, look at your tax return or whatever else to see what pies you do have your fingers in and declare it. So I really find this perplexing. I understand there's complexity around it in terms of, you know, shares were mergers and acquisitions and things change and it was a low value, but there really is no excuse. I mean, the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory, like I said, a mining state, and I do know that this was probably the icing on the cake and there's more history here, but talk about a rookie and unavoidable error. It's really quite perplexing, like I said. Credit to her though, she's resigned from the role, but then again admitted that she'll stand for the next election. So I don't know, where does that leave your career then? You intended to stand, but you've already been basically exposed on a conflict of interest front. So it's kind of a political no man's land.
Yeah, it's a very bad look. Now, Will, in the US, Joe Biden's polling continues to go south. I think his approval rating this month dropped to an all-time low of 34%. We had Greg Sheridan writing in the Australian newspaper today, quote, "You'll love this, Joe is too old and Donald Trump is too crazy, but we are likely to be dealing with the second-term presidency of one of the other." Do you agree? Do you agree? I mean, that's probably correct, isn't it?
I agree with the sentiment. I actually think it's unusually inelegantly worded from Greg. Take those two premises in turn. Joe Biden is not too old. Joe Biden is in the advanced stages of cognitive decline. I think we use the word age as a euphemism for dementia because as a society, we're a bit uncomfortable with it. I don't care if he's, 81, 82. I care that he obviously doesn't know what day of the week it is most of the time. If he was functioning cognitively well, it'd be less of an issue. And on the other premise, Donald Trump isn't crazy. Donald Trump is one of the canniest political operators of our lifetime. By calling him crazy, all you do is you galvanise the base and you actually underestimate him, which is what they did in 2016. But that notwithstanding, Greg is right. That will be the election, and one of those two will be the next president of the United States.
Great to catch up with you both, Will Kingston and Louise Elliot. Thank you very much for that.